Hey guys, the WWDC 2020 is right around the corner. This is Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference, event made for developers to get access to future iOS, macOS, iPadOS, and other software updates, attend sessions, and meet with Apple engineers. This will be the Apple's 31st Worldwide Developers Conference, and it will be 100% digital and free for the first time. The event will kick off on June 22nd with the special event keynote at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And the engineering sessions and labs will happen from June 23rd to the 26th. The event will be streamed directly from Apple Park, and you can watch it on apple.com, the Apple Developer app, the Apple Developer website, the Apple TV app on the Apple TV, or YouTube. But what should we expect from this year's WWDC? Let's start this video because I'll tell you all about it. Starting off with the expected hardware announcements, Apple is expected to announce its planned shift from Intel chips to ARM chips, the chips made in-house. This transition will bring faster performance and reduce power consumption, and the new Macs with the ARM chip will show gains in graphics performance and apps using AI. According to Mark Gurman, Apple is probably working on at least 3 of its own Mac processors, with the first based on the A14 chip, which is supposed to be present in the 2020 iPhone lineup. According to Ming-Chi Kuo, the new chips can bring a cost reduction for the processors of 40 to 60%, and Apple is planning on releasing the new Macs with the ARM chips in 2021. The new iMac is also rumored to be unveiled at the WWDC, and this new iMac is likely going to resemble the iPad Pro. According to Sony Dickinson, the new computer is going to have thinner bezels and the Pro Display XDR. Besides, it would include a T2 chip for controller functions and security, an AMD Navi GPU, and all-flash storage without the Fusion drive, eliminating the use of hard drives. John Prosser also tweeted that Apple has an iMac ready to ship, which means that it can be released at any time. In the event, we will also be able to preview new software updates that will then launch in September, like the iOS 14 that had an earlier version leaked a while ago. It's possible that this update will bring a list view so you can see all the apps installed in one spot. The Messages app may look a little bit similar to WhatsApp with mentions in group chats and the option to retrack messages if you want. Users may also be able to set third-party apps as default, like set the Gmail app as default instead of the Mail app, Spotify instead of Apple Music, and a lot more. This will bring more personalization options to iPhone users, and I think everybody will like that. Apple is also working on a fitness app that will allow users to download and watch guided workout videos on the iPhone, iPad, Apple TV, and Apple Watch. 9to5 Mac also believes that Apple is working on a built-in translator in Safari, which would allow users to translate web pages without using any third-party apps or services, and we may be able to switch between original and translated text without the need to reload the page. This feature may also become available across the system in the future, as 9to5 Mac already seen in tests with other apps like the App Store, which would have translated app descriptions and reviews. Besides, they also learned that iPadOS 14 may include full support for the Apple Pencil input on websites, making it possible not only for users to scroll and touch, but also to draw and mark up in Safari and other browsers. Now, talking about watchOS 7, Apple is possibly working on a feature that will be limited to the Apple Watch Series 6, which would allow the Apple Watch to detect blood oxygen levels. Also, we may be getting closer to Apple's own sleep tracker. Besides, it's also possible for watchOS 7 to have new watch faces, including a new infograph one that includes a tachymeter, international watch faces that will show flags from different countries, photo watch faces that can be created from your photos in a shared album or from your camera roll, and the option to share watch faces with other users. Parental controls are also likely to happen with features like managing the kids' Apple Watches through a parent's phone, even allowing parents to manage which apps and complications can and cannot be using during specific hours. tvOS 14 is also expected at WWDC, and according to John Prosser, a new 4K Apple TV could be released at any time. And macOS 10.16 is also set to be introduced at the event, and it should bring an updated Messages app, iCloud keychain improvements, and the built-in translator for Safari. Now, other products that are likely to be released this year, but not necessarily at WWDC, are the AirTags, Apple's tracking devices, the AirPods Studio, which are Apple's over-the-ear headphones, and Apple is also likely to be working in a smaller and cheaper HomePod. And as I always say, no one is 100% sure that these releases will happen exactly like predicted, but we'll know everything for sure on the 22nd. After the event, I'll come back with all the news that you need about the releases, so make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.